I think authenticity in leadership is essential because in this chaotic, unpredictable, turbulent world, nothing can be prescribed. The role of leader can't be written out like a recipe that someone can follow. It's very much context related. So what happens in one school won't necessarily be happening in the other. There'll be some commonalities, but there'll be some essential differences. It could be personalities, it could be local community, anything. But it'll make one school different from another. It means that we cannot have a generality in understanding about what the leader has to do. It's going to be more the responsibility of the individual leader to become confident in what they can do and how they can do it. And I think that's where, for me, the concept of authenticity comes in. It's about ensuring that with all the tasks and responsibilities that the leader has to attend to, they do it to their very best, but in the knowledge that they'll learn from that and they may do it better next time. That they don't have to be perfect, but they are trying to do their best with all good intention and goodwill, but with reflection and discernment and dialogue and communication with others, they'll learn about what they did and to see whether they can do it better next time. And then they'll do it better next time and they might learn from that. So it's a continual process of application of the very best, learning from that and applying more insight the next time. And for me, that's authenticity. That you're doing your very best, but you know you may be able to do it better. And I'll learn and grow. I certainly share Nancy Joanna's understanding about recognising and addressing moral issues. So there is that ability to see that something does involve an ethical decision, consideration, and so on. So it's recognising it and then being able to address it. There's probably a dimension there which I may not explain well, but I think there's more to it than that. In the addressing part, we can recognise something and address it purely cognitively. So you can give a case study to a student that embeds a moral issue. They know how to analyse it and they know the right answer. They can work out what they can do. They can use frameworks and do it. But do they own the outcome? Would they actually do it themselves in a real life situation? So in that addressing, there's an affective, there's a subjective dimension that I don't think is yet able to explain in a clear and precise way, and that's what I think where we need to work on. We need to work on how a person learning about morals and what is moral literacy actually comes to align their understanding, the recognition, with a personal conviction that this is what I want to do, not what people should do, it's what I want to do. And I want to address it by doing this. This is what I will be seen doing, not a person will be doing this. So I think there's something about a personal commitment that's got to be there that I'm not quite sure is in the literature yet. So it's something for us to work on. Why is moral literacy an issue? Because there are so many changes and so many demands being made of schools and therefore of principals who are leading those schools, that the principal has to be making choices. They have to be making choices of what changes they can do, what changes they can't do, what is in the best interest of students, therefore what do they need to do with poorly performing teachers, and how can they extend the really good teachers. And there's so many choices having to be made by a leader every day of the school life. And choice means a moral decision. When you choose one thing and not another, you're making a moral choice. And so leaders must know that is the case. And that means they need to be morally literate. They need to be able to recognise it's a moral situation and realise that when they address it, they've got to address it through a moral perspective, not through a problem-solving perspective. So that's why I think it's just critical, and it's becoming more critical because our schools and society at large are becoming far more complex. So many diverse perspectives that you have to consider and decide.